Hello, this is Ice Flower coming to you with another video. Before I start, I'm going to give a possible spoiler warning because I may get into certain characters a little deeper, and I don't want to ruin anything from the show or seasons for you. Also, I want to get a disclaimer: this is not my my art. This belongs to somebody else. Just borrowing it. Anyway, let's get into the video. So to start off, my favorite villains list is Toga. I love her because she's just, all around creepy and scary, yet she's also funny in a dark way. Her interaction with Deku is absolutely hilarious, and her quirk is really cool too. If not, very, very deadly with, sneaking up on people after she's turned into a person they know and then stabbing the crap out of them. But yeah, that's a very fitting quirk for a villain. Let's see, what else? I don't know, that's just basically my thoughts on her. Although, one of my favorite moments is when during those license exams, they get split up, and she is Uraraka, and and then she turns, she's an Uraraka, and then Izuku finds her, and then he thinks she's Uraraka, but then he realizes that she's not using her floating ability, and he's like, oh wait, this isn't Uraraka. And then she turns back, into her name was her name Cammy? Yeah, her name's Cammy. She turns back into Cammy, and it's funny because you guys know what happens. It's hilarious. But yeah, that's why I like Toga. She's a great character as a villain. She's funny, dark, twisted way. And I think she actually likes Deku to his great displeasure, but yeah. Let's see. On to 2. I love Dobby. He is so cool. Like, I normally kind of like the sweet, shy guys, but sometimes I have a thing for the badass villain sort of thing. I like Dobby because of his design, and the scars don't actually bother me. I think they're kind of cool. The stitches are kind of cool. His quirk is really cool. I love blue flames. So when I saw his quirk for the first time, it was like, oh my gosh, he is so cool. I like, how he's always, well, not that he's I could figure out he's a pyromaniac just by the fact that he's always using his flames on people. But, yeah, he's a great antagonist, great villain. Like a little partner with Toga there. They're always together. Yeah, they got a nice dynamic with Shigaraki, even though he seems to be the boss. They still, I don't know. I guess they don't really have an entitlement, to help him out, but they just do because it helps them out. But yeah, I like Dobby. I don't know exactly why. He's just got a good character. Oozes danger. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I find him fascinating, and I don't know. He's really, really cute for a villain. Spicy chicken nugget. Let's see. Shigaraki is really interesting both in his appearance and his quirk. The fact that he's actually related to to All Might's mentor was actually a shock to me. Like, that was like, what? How is that related to one of the most heroic heroes of all time? Like, I mean, I haven't actually, well, technically I don't know she's the most heroic hero of all time, but I'm pretty sure she was a really, really good hero when she was on the scene. I'm going to have to watch that special to see how awesome she really was, but from the flashbacks that we get from All Might, it seems like she was really, really valiant and amazing and strong. So I can't wait to see that. But back to the point. The fact that Shigaraki is related to her is very surprising because he is extremely villainous and his quirk is literally to destroy things and make them turn to dust. So it's hard to believe that he's related to her at all. Like he's just crazy and a lot like a child almost. He's very petulant sometimes when he doesn't get his way. I have to admit though, when he does when he doesn't get his way, it kind of comically goes awry, and then he's just having a tantrum and scratching at his neck, and he's just like, ah! I want to go All Might. Rah! Why didn't it go right? But I don't know. I think I just like Shigaraki for the villainous yet childish side he has. He's interesting to watch. Next would be Overhaul. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I don't know where to start with Overhaul. He is absolutely crazy, but he's also interesting psychologically. His psyche is interesting and complex. Like it's just like I don't know what is going on through his head. Like he looks like he's totally sane, but when you really start talking to him, he's just absolutely bonkers. I don't know. I kind of like him because of his costume design. His Plague Doctor mask is pretty sweet, I think. And he's not too bad looking either, but whatever. That's probably why I like him. I think I just like him because he's complex. He's fairly persuasive, I guess, depending on which side you're on. If you're a hero, you probably think he's absolutely loony, and then on the villain side, they're like, oh my gosh, he's a hero. So, yeah. I think he's almost like Stain, kind of, in the whole trying to purge the world of heroes. He thinks he's actually saving people by destroying their quirks. I really don't think that's the case. I mean, you could argue that it would even the playing field, but if he's the only one with a quirk, then no, I don't think that's fair at all. That's not saving people, that's dooming people. Because if you didn't have heroes, then you wouldn't have anybody to fight the villains, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I like Kai, or Overhaul. He's a good character. He's complex. He has a good backstory. I almost felt pity for him when he got soundly defeated, and then Shigaraki just walks up and be like, "Yo, Overhaul, who's the boss now?" and then they take one of his arms for taking the other guy's what's his face's arm and then killing one of their comrades, and he's like, that is just payback for what you did to us. So all right, bye enjoy your one-armed life. Okay, next is probably not just my favorite but a whole fan favorite. The hero killer Stain is also very complex, and he can be very persuasive. He does have a point to a certain degree. Yes, certain heroes only do it for fame and money, but other people actually truly care. And it's interesting how he actually was good at first. Like he was actually at UA. He actually attended UA. He was just kind of trying to spread his ideals and be like, hey, this isn't right. Not all heroes deserve to be heroes. And, pardon me, excuse me, don't, pardon. Sorry, don't pay attention to that. Sorry. But, yeah, he does have a point, and I do agree to him. I do agree with him to a certain degree. But he's also wrong in a certain degree, too. I can't say he's just like Overhaul. He's similar, though. They have slightly different ideas. While Hero Stain believes only certain heroes should be heroes, Overhaul believes that nobody should be a hero. But, yeah. I like Stain despite him hurting, hurting Deku, Todoroki, and Ida. But yeah, and he's a great villain. Like, I love to hate him, for what he did to Ida's brother. It's just like, I'm like, ooh, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. Yeah, but I think that's what we all feel about Stain. Okay, so the sixth one is from the Heroes Rising movie. So again, spoilers. If you have not seen it, I would suggest seeing that first. Although you're already halfway through the video, so it might be a little too late for that. I think her name is Splice, the redhead with the blade abilities in her hair. Yeah, she is absolutely loco, and she's got a really good quirk. This one is also one I love to hate because she corners Mina and Tokiyami in the cave, and she gives them run for their money. Like, they managed to beat her up, but she knocks Mina out before Tokiyami takes her on himself and looses Dark Shadow out of anger for her hurting his classmate. And it's so sweet. Like, he throws himself over Mina when the cave collapses so that she's not hurt. But yeah, Splice is a great villain. She's very loyal to Nine. I think she might have a little thing for him, the way she reacts every time Nine has those weak moments from using too many quirks. But yeah, her quirk is effective. She's a great villain. Love to hate her. Yeah. Let's see. On to Chimera Dude. The wolf thing. I love Greek mythology, and Chimera is actually a really sweet creature, and I kind of wish they'd use it a lot more in animes because it's really, really cool. Except, the traditional one is like head of the lion, tail of the scorpion, and be able to fire breath. Like, they actually incorporated the fire breath into it as well, which is cool. This Chimera dude was so hard to bring down. Like, Todoroki was having a rough time. Like, even when he froze him, he just couldn't freeze him hard enough. And they're all working together trying to get rid of him. And they finally managed to knock him out. But it almost kills Todoroki because he has to heat his body to not, get hypothermia from his own quirk. So they almost lost Todoroki there. But yeah, this Chimera dude's really cool. I love how he can shift kind of like Tamaki. 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 His name is Tamaki. I pronounce it Tamaki, but it's Tamaki. But yeah, Tamaki, no, even though he's similar to Tamaki is 10 times cooler. I mean, come on, guys. Sun Eater is the best. Yeah, and then the very last one is Nine, the main antagonist, and Heroes Rising. This guy is probably one of the strongest, if not stronger, villains than All for One. Like, they're definitely similar, but I think that All for One can hold more quirks than Nine can, and he can give them away too, but I think Nine can only take. But yeah, Nine was interesting. Like, it was so hard to bring him down. Like, I think they could have brought him down faster if they had taken the tubes out of his back. Like, if they realized in intervals he's weak, they could just take out the tubes. If they used one for all 100%, they could be fast enough to knock out those tubes. But that's just my personal opinion. But I actually liked the fight. It was freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't want to say too much. I mean, I know I already gave spoiler warnings, but it is a fantastic movie. You've got to see it. But yeah, it was so sweet. Because, it was just great. And, everybody managed to protect the kids. But yeah, Nine was really good. And I actually felt a little sad and sorry for him when Shigaraki appears out of the warp gate and Nine is crawling on his stomach, through the flowers. And he's like, okay, well, you did your best, 9. Bye-bye. But yeah, 9 was good. Probably, crap. Sorry, hang on. Probably one of the strongest. Yep, I don't know. Between he and between 9 and One for All, or sorry, All for One. I wonder who would actually win in an all-out fight. That'd be interesting. But yeah, that concludes my video. Yeah, these villains are my favorites for a reason. Yeah, so let me know what you think. What's your favorite villain in the comments? Lonely Ice Flower out.